Hi, this is Mutasim with you in this video to show you how to create a method and call a method. This example here, we are going to try to create a method to find the hypotenuse for a right angle triangle. So how to do that? So to create a method to find the hypotenuse for a right angle triangle, all right? So we create a public class, we called it find hypotenuse, and we create a main method, all right? So how to do that? Using Pythagoras equation, all right? So basically square c or c to the power of 2 equal is c here is the hypotenuse, all right, and a and b is the sides of the right angle triangle, all right. So c square equal a square plus b square. Now, how to find c? C is the SQRT. This is actually the method, or we can say the square root of c square, the square root of c square. C square is a square plus b square, so the square root of a square, so the square root of the sum or addition a square plus b square. That's how to find the hypotenuse. Now, the syntax to create a method, we start with modifier. It could be public, it could be private. There is a few different type of modifiers. We are gonna go through this later. Returning type, the returning data type that this method gonna return, and then the name of the method. We start with a small letter. The next word, it should be starting with a capital letter, and the same between parentheses. We are gonna put the parameters list or parameter. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Between curly brackets, we are gonna put the method body. All right. Now, to create a method to find the hypotenuse for a right angle triangle. So I'm gonna come here, and after the creating a class outside of the main method, I'm gonna try to create a method called calculate hypo, right? So we start with a modifier. I'm gonna use public. So the modifier is public, and the returning type, I'm gonna expect it's double. And the name of the method, I'm gonna say calculate hypo, all right? And now open parenthesis. What do you expect the parameters that we need to calculate the hypotenuse? I think it's a square, a and b, is that right? So a and b, all right? And then open curly bracket, enter to close curly bracket. Of course, we have many problems here, but before that, a is not declared. So which type is that? So is the a is double and b is double. All right. Now, what's this red line? This red line saying that the method must return a result of type double. So we don't have actually, we don't have returning type until now. So what's this method gonna do? What we are expecting this method to do? We are expecting this method to calculate this sum and or c square, and then find the square root of the c square. All right. So how to do that? We have a and b. Those is the method parameters. Now to do that, we need to declare a new variable. Maybe we called it sum, or we called it c2 or c square. I'm gonna say again it's double. I'm gonna call it c2, right? C2. Just to remember, this is the hypotenuse square, or I can call it hypo square. I'm gonna call it, all right. So we need a variable to store the this sum in it. So I'm gonna call it c2 in this case, c2, and it doesn't mean c square in this case, it's c2. This is a variable called c2, right? Equal, and we have a, we have b, so a square, we can use square method from our Java library, but I prefer to just say a times a close bracket and then plus open bracket p square p close bracket semicolon. So now we create this variable, we declare it as a double data type, and we store the a square plus b square in this variable. Now what we need to do else? Still the method is not calculating the hypotenuse. To calculate the hypotenuse, we need to find the square root of this value of C2, right? How to do that? We are gonna create a new variable. Also, declare the data type of it is double, and we're gonna say it's the square root. So I'm gonna say it's the square root of C2. It's the square root of C2. I'm gonna say it's C, right? And now equal. Now we can actually, how to find the square root of C2? That's a good question. How to find the square root of C2? We have already actually a big library for Java. One of actually the thing that we are going to use, and I show you that from different in previous slides, that using QRT method. All right, so I'm gonna call the class dot SQRT double. All right, now so we are trying to find the square root for who? For C2. So double click on C2 and semicolon. Now we found the hypotenuse. Okay, system dot print ln and print, of course, C2 to the end semicolon. Now still we have this red. Why? Because we don't have return C. Are we gonna return C2 or are we gonna return C? We are gonna return C, sorry about that. Alright, and now here it's C. Just to clarify for the user, this is the hypo close. Don't forget the plus, C value, return C. Alright, now our method is finished, but if we save and run, nothing will happen, alright? Nothing will. So what we need to do to call the method, now we create a method called calculate hypo. Now what we need to do to call the method, we go to the main method, okay? We go to the main method, and how to call a method? Basically, just the name of the method, okay? Between parentheses, we put two values. I'm gonna say a and for to the end semicolon. Calculate, sorry, there is a problem with this. Cannot make a static, okay, public static. Sorry to forget that. So calculate hypo 3, 4. Now if I save, run, this is the hypotenuse is 5. So 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 9 plus 16 is 25. The square root of 25 is 5. Of course, you can actually put more effort and actually ask the user to input two numbers for A and B, and then calculate the hypo for that right angle triangle, and create an object from scanner class to ask the user to enter A and B. That's all for this video. Thank you and bye bye.